Hi wrestling fans, thanks for clicking the dreaded Heroes report. TNA Wrestling kicked off a tournament last night's Explosion taping for the Explosion Championship. I'm not sure how this is going to work for you people over in the UK. Let me know, because I think you guys get the Explosion. But the premises of the title is that its holder will be able to challenge any champion on Impact. Not sure how it's going to work out. Anyway, the Pope D'Angelo Di Niro squared off against Suicide in the opening match of the tournament. So I don't know whether I don't know whether that title is going to apply to Impact at all or not. So anyway, the AAA down in Mexico announced Thursday that Mickie James, Angelina Love, Velvet Sky, Sexy Star will face looks like Fabi Pachi, Maria Pachi, Lolita, and Cynthia Moreno at the organization's biggest show of the year. It's Triple Mania, it's called 19, which takes place Saturday, June 18th in Mexico City. Anyway, the new TNA mobile game from Namco Bandai will be released this Thursday, and it's going to be also available on iPhone, iPad, Android. And the Pope, yeah, I still said the Pope in TNA. He appeared on 540 ESPN Radio Pro Wrestling Report last night and said he's not leaving TNA. It was speculated that he would be leaving the organization due to a cryptic comment that he made on his Twitter about moving on. Apparently, he maybe bought a new house instead of moved on in wrestling. And you know, I hate to hear this because this guy came on like gangbusters in TNA, and then all at once he was after Kurt Angle. They had some hellacious matches. Great independent wrestler. Desmond Wolfe, he returned to TNA at last night's TV taping in Orlando, Florida, as commissioner of Explosion. So, still not cleared to wrestle though. Rumor was that hepatitis C, but anyway, the May 26th episode of Impact Wrestling being taped tonight in Orlando, Florida. Let you know maybe some spoilers tomorrow. WWE ring announcer Justin Roberts, he announced during a commercial break at last night's Raw taping at the AT&T Center in San Antonio, Texas, that a pay-per-view event, WWE Uprising, would be taking place at the venue on October 30th. At the same place, October 30th. But it was originally called Bragging Rights, but if I remember right, man, it got probably one of the lowest buy rates of the whole year of any pay-per-view match. Match is taped at San Antonio, Texas for WWE Superstars on .com. Evan Bourne took on Drew McIntyre. Morella Kozlov took on Hawkins and Ryder. Yep, they're back together again. Chris Masters, by the way, beat Tyler Rex via Masterlock in the dark match prior to tonight's last night's Raw taping in San Antonio. Monday night, TNA held the first taping for the newly rebranded show on Spike TV, Impact Wrestling. And at the taping, set to air Thursday, by the way, the two top matches were announced for the upcoming pay-per-view Slammiversary. Is going to be TNA Impact Champion, the Sting, taking on the Mr. Anderson. Kurt Angle versus Jeff Jarrett in the #1 Contenders match. And as we saw last week, Impact was had an entirely new look, including a new blue and white logo. Impact Zone also received a makeover. There's a new set on the ring apron, and the ring is now blue ring ropes, which I don't pay no attention to the color of the ring ropes. Overall, Impact Zone now resembles a SmackDown a lot. Alright, now let me go down here towards the bottom and see what else I got here that I didn't tell you all about already. Oh, by the way, Chris Jericho recently appeared on the UK's Mystery of Slam Radio and revealed that WWE almost used him for the current season of Tough Enough. I didn't know if I mentioned that the other night or not. Oh, and if any of you guys got a hold of the TNA Impact, it's a slow news day, by the way. Any of the TNA Impact, rather not the Impact, but the pay-per-view over the weekend, let me know, because Chyna kind of did a little homage to Triple H on her finishing move, pedigree on Karen Jarrett. I thought that was kind of ironic, but hang on a second. Let me see if I can find some more news. Hold on. All right, let's get back to some more news I just happened to find. Anyway, CWI ran a show over the weekend in Brantford, Ontario with Hulk Hogan, Kevin Nash, X-Pac, Ted DiBiase, Virgil, Scott Steiner, and a bunch of other people. Drew about 4,000 fans. Dr. Tom Pritchard was the special guest referee May 21st for the 400-pound Mastodon. It's the IWF heavyweight champion. Richard Ross versus undefeated and real deal Flex Freeman took on a winner-take-all deal there. And that was just kind of a local matchup. It sounded like it was a real good match. By the way, happy birthday to Jackie Fargo, which I thought was a country singer for years. 73 years old. Former WCW champion Alex Wright, remember him? 36. I believe he's back over in Germany, before you ask. Former ECW Peaches, 44 years old, former WWE referee. The Hebner twins, 62 years old, and I wonder if they ever forget each other's birthday. In 1992, by the way, WCW Wrestle War, if you remember, the War Games was held in Jacksonville, Florida. Jimmy Garvin, Michael P.S. Hayes, the Freebirds took on and defeated Terry Taylor, Greg the Hammer Valentine to win WCW tag titles. Scotty Flamingo, remember him? Defeated Marcus Bagwell, which not sure where he's at now either. Steiner Brothers, Rick and Scott, defeated Tatsumi Fujinami and another Japanese. I can't pronounce it. Brian Pillman. In fact, I never heard of the two Japanese. No, Tatsumi Fujinami. But anyway, Brian Pillman defeated Tom Zink to retain the WCW light heavyweight title. The Sting's Squadron, which was Sting, Barry Windham, Dustin Rhodes, Ricky Steamboat, and Nikita Koloff, defeated the Dangerous Alliance. Steve Austin, Rick Rude, Arn Anderson, Bobby Eaton, and Larry Zbyszko in the War Games match. And in '98, WCW Slamboree was in Worcester, Massachusetts. He thought all I could say was Worcester and can't say the Japanese name. Anyway, Fit Finlay defeated Chris Benoit. Cyclops won a cruiserweight where he was unmasked and revealed that he was actually Dean Malenko. And then Malenko defeated Chris Jericho. Diamond Dallas Page defeated Raven in a Bowery death match. Goldberg defeated Saturn. Randy Macho Man defeated Bret Hart with Roddy Piper, special guest referee. The following Nitro, by the way, Piper reversed the decision, and Sting took on the Giant and defeated, rather Sting and the Giant took on the Outsiders, Nash and Hall, and they won the WCW tag titles. Title changes back in 1963. Bruno Sammartino defeated Buddy Rogers for the WWF title. Bill Curry defeated Carl Cox to win the Texas Brass Knuckles title. 1980, didn't know there was a Brass Knuckles title. You got it. Bruiser Brody defeated Rick Rude by DQ for the WCCW title. The Lightning Express, Brad Armstrong and Tim Horner defeated Rick Steiner and Sting to win the UWF tag titles. 1993 on Raw, Marty Jannetty defeats Shawn Michaels to win the WWF Intercontinental title. 2007 Team 3D, Brother Ray and Devon, they're awarded the newly created TNA tag titles, having been previously the NWA tag titles. 2010 Raw, Bret Hart defeats The Miz in a no DQ match to win the WWE US title. Birthdays I got on here, and heck, I'm about out of time now. So anyway, if you guys are brave enough to click on this for about 10 minutes and listen to my dumb ass, I'm going to give you about 10 minutes worth, at least as much as I can. But let me know what you thought about the TNA title. Leave it down below in case anybody from TNA checks this out. They'll know how you guys feel. Thanks for clicking. I gotta go.